Good day, Atlantic Canada. As we head into this October weekend, a significant weather system is making its way toward our shores. This is not your typical autumn rain shower. We are tracking a potent multi-day storm that is set to bring heavy rainfall, strong winds, and the potential for some severe weather conditions. The main areas of concern are southern New Brunswick, the entirety of Nova Scotia, and stretching into western Newfoundland. Residents in these regions should begin to take this forecast seriously and prepare for a period of unsettled and potentially disruptive weather that will dominate our Sunday and Monday. It's time to pay close attention to the skies and the alerts. This storm system is drawing a great deal of moisture from the Atlantic, which is why we are forecasting such substantial rainfall totals over a prolonged period. When a storm has this much fuel, it can lead to a variety of hazards that go beyond just a wet commute. We are looking at a complex low-pressure system that will slowly track across the region, meaning the impacts will be felt for more than just a few hours. This slow movement is a key factor as it allows for continuous rainfall over the same areas, significantly increasing the risk of localized flooding. It's crucial for everyone to understand that this is a developing situation. The primary threat from this system will be the sheer volume of water it is expected to drop. Many areas are already saturated from previous rainfall, and the ground's ability to absorb more water is limited. This creates a perfect recipe for flash flooding and rising water levels in rivers and streams. Low-lying areas and regions with poor drainage will be particularly vulnerable during this event. We urge residents living near water bodies or in flood-prone zones to be especially vigilant over the next few days. The combination of saturated ground and intense rainfall is a serious concern that requires our full attention and preparation. For those in southern New Brunswick, from St. John to Moncton, and across all of Nova Scotia, including Halifax and Cape Breton, this storm will be a significant weather maker. The system will then continue its eastward track, bringing similar conditions to the western coast of Newfoundland. It is important for communities across these provinces to come together and ensure that everyone, especially the most vulnerable, is aware of the approaching weather. Now is the time to check on neighbors, secure your property, and make a plan before the first drops of heavy rain begin to fall on Sunday. Let's get through this together, safely. On Sunday, the storm will really begin to make its presence felt across the Maritimes. We expect the rain to start early in the day, becoming progressively heavier as the day wears on. Widespread rainfall totals of 30 to 50 millimeters are expected, but some localized areas could see even higher amounts, possibly exceeding 50 millimeters. This heavy downpour will be accompanied by strong and gusty winds, which could lead to scattered power outages. The winds will make driving conditions difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles, so it's best to limit travel if you can. We need to be on high alert throughout the day. Embedded within the larger area of rain, there is also a significant risk of severe thunderstorms developing, particularly through parts of southern New Brunswick and Nova Scotia on Sunday afternoon. These thunderstorms bring an added layer of danger. They are capable of producing even more intense rainfall in a very short amount of time, leading to rapid flash flooding. Furthermore, these potent storm cells could generate strong, damaging wind gusts, and even the possibility of small hail. The atmosphere will be very unstable, so it is vital to have a way to receive weather warnings instantly. As we move into Monday, the storm system will slowly pivot eastward, continuing to impact the region. While the intensity might begin to wane slightly in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia and western Newfoundland will still be in the thick of it. More rain is expected, adding to the already significant totals from Sunday. This will exacerbate any flooding issues that may have developed. The persistent winds will also remain a factor, continuing to pose a risk for power lines and loose objects. Monday morning's commute will likely be challenging, with potential road washouts and water pooling on highways. The key takeaway for the Sunday and Monday forecast is persistence. This is not a storm that will quickly pass through. We are looking at a prolonged period of wet and windy weather that will test our infrastructure and our patience. The cumulative effect of the rain is the biggest story here, as it will steadily increase the flood threat over the 2-day period. Everyone should prepare for the possibility of being impacted in some way. whether it's by a flooded basement, a power outage, or difficult travel conditions. Please take this forecast seriously and prepare accordingly for what's to come. With heavy rain and potential flooding in the forecast, taking simple safety steps now can make a huge difference. Start by inspecting the area around your home. Your first priority should be to clear your eaves troughs, gutters, and any nearby storm drains of leaves and debris. This is a critical step, as clogged drains are a primary cause of localized flooding. Ensuring that water has a clear path to flow away from your foundation can prevent significant water damage to your basement and property. Also, take a moment to secure any loose objects in your yard, like patio furniture, trampolines, and garbage cans, as strong winds can turn them into dangerous projectiles. Inside your home, it's wise to prepare for the possibility of a power outage. Make sure you have an emergency kit ready and easily accessible. This kit should include flashlights with extra batteries, a battery-powered or crank radio to listen for updates, and a first aid kit. Charge all of your electronic devices, including cell phones and power banks, before the storm arrives. If you have a sump pump, test it to ensure it is working correctly. For those in low-lying areas, consider moving valuable items and important documents from your basement to a higher floor as a precautionary measure against potential water damage. Protecting yourself and your family is the most important part of storm preparedness. Have a discussion with your family about your emergency plan. Know where you would go if you were advised to evacuate. It's also a good idea to have enough non-perishable food and bottled water on hand to last for at least 72 hours. This ensures that you and your loved ones can remain safely at home without needing to venture out in dangerous conditions. Remember to also prepare for the needs of any pets, ensuring you have enough food, water, and any necessary medications for them as well. Finally, one of the most important safety tips is to avoid flooded areas. Never drive or walk through flooded roadways. It can be incredibly difficult to judge the depth of the water, and the road beneath could be washed out. It only takes a small amount of moving water to sweep a person off their feet or float a vehicle. This is a situation known as turnaround. Don't drown. And it is advice that saves lives. If you encounter a flooded road, find an alternate route. Your safety is far more important than any destination. Stay patient, stay cautious, and stay out of flood waters. Throughout this weather event, staying updated with the latest information is absolutely essential. Weather conditions can change rapidly, and official alerts are your best source for timely and accurate advice. Make it a habit to regularly check for watches and warnings issued by Environment Canada. You can access these alerts through local news websites, television broadcasts, and dedicated weather apps on your smartphone. These alerts are issued for a reason: to protect life and property. Paying close attention to them will help you make informed decisions to keep your family safe as the storm moves through your area. It is also crucial to listen to the guidance provided by local officials, including emergency management offices and municipalities. These authorities will provide specific instructions for your community, such as information on road closures, potential evacuation notices, or the locations of emergency shelters. Sharing credible information from these official sources with your friends, family, and neighbors is also a great way to help your community. Spreading accurate information can help ensure that everyone is aware of the risks and knows what steps to take to prepare for the storm's impact. As the storm unfolds on Sunday and Monday, the best course of action is to stay home if you can. Limiting travel reduces your risk of encountering hazardous conditions like flooded roads or falling debris. It also helps keep the roads clear for emergency vehicles and hydro crews who may need to respond to incidents. Use this time at home to monitor your property for any issues, like water entering the basement, but only do so if it is safe. Your personal safety should always be your #1 priority during any severe weather event. Be patient and wait for the storm to pass. In conclusion, this approaching storm demands our respect and preparation. By understanding the forecast, securing our homes, and staying informed, we can significantly reduce the risks to ourselves and our communities across Atlantic Canada. Please take the time now to get ready. Check on your neighbors, especially those who may be elderly or require extra assistance. A prepared community is a resilient community. Let's all work together to stay safe, be prepared, and help each other through this significant weather event. We'll be here, tracking it every step of the way.